Native to the toxic world of Messia, the Lamprey-Rat is a small yet surprisingly vicious subterranean organism. In appearance, the Lamprey-Rat is reminiscent of a bloated, hairless rodent with a mouthful of long, needle-like teeth. Unlike the majority of rodents, Lamprey-Rats lack any functioning eyes and as a result are utterly blind. This lack of eyes is as a result of the creature's lifestyle, as Lamprey-Rats make their homes deep beneath the surface of Messia, carving vast networks of tunnels in the darkness, and thus have no need to see their surroundings. Such tunnel networks are excavated by the creatures in order for them to avoid the overpowering light and searing heat produced by the world star, although Lamprey-Rats have been known to sometimes emerge from their warrens at night in search of food or a potential mate. Lamprey-Rats are also suspected to be social organisms, as whenever these creatures emerge from underground, they do so in vast numbers. The amount of Lamprey-Rats that can surface at any one time can be so great that they can overwhelm and tear apart larger organisms through sheer weight of numbers. It has even been suggested that these creatures may demonstrate a eusocial hierarchy similar to that of Terran mole rats or swarming insects, although this remains unconfirmed. Lamprey-Rats, like many other rodents, are suspected to be opportunistic omnivores, feeding upon meat, insects, and what sparse vegetation exists within their environment. Despite this, the creatures have been documented to primarily exhibit some form of predatory behavior, suggesting that meat may form the core of their diet. While these creatures are devoid of eyes, they demonstrate an exceptionally keen sense of smell and hearing, allowing them to pinpoint the exact location of any potential prey despite being unable to see them. While relatively small organisms, growing on average between 30 to 40 centimeters, Lamprey-Rats are incredibly agile and fast, and are able to use their heightened senses to avoid the attentions of potential predators as well as any retaliatory strikes made by their prey. Lamprey-Rats, like many other organisms upon Messia, are incredibly toxic. Thanks to the amount of pollutants that have amounted within the environment over thousands of years, Lamprey-Rats not only boast a highly poisonous flesh, but are also capable of delivering a toxic bite. Thankfully for the rats, these creatures appear to be unaffected by many forms of lesser poisons, due to having evolved a tolerance and resistance to such chemicals. Despite the danger that a swarm of Lamprey-Rats may pose to explorers, these creatures, if encountered in ones or twos, are considered to be rather harmless. Nevertheless, it is generally safe to assume that for every Lamprey-Rat you see, there are many, many more that you don't.